Good evening. Welcome to the 2023 CIAA Postgame Press Conference. My name is Taisha Lindsay, your moderator for today. Joining us is head coach The Jock Curtis of Shaw University, number 3, Tanasia London, number 5, Rita James, number 11, Brittany Seymour, number 25, Mackenzie Pollard. Before we open it up for questions, we'll have an opening statement from head coach The Jock Curtis.
Hey, very exciting game, very entertaining game. I told my AD, my president at halftime, at some point, I said, hey, you seen the movie Gladiator? Are you not entertained? It was a very entertaining game. We probably the team that nobody thought was going to be here. You came here and you made us play at 8 o'clock tonight. We played at 10 in the morning, 12 in the morning, and then you make us play at 8 o'clock at night, and you want us to come back at 4 o'clock tomorrow. You know, you didn't want us here, but guess what? We here. But that didn't make any sense to me. I'm venting that. The team we played at 12 today, and now we playing at 8 tonight. And then we got to come at 4 o'clock tomorrow. But guess what? We ain't going nowhere. We're going to get our cryotherapy tomorrow. They're going to get their legs right, and we coming back to give y'all some more. That's my opening statement.
Yes, sir.
Ain't had nothing to do with the game, but that's right.
And now we'll open up for questions. Please state your media affiliation.
Chris Clark, CBS 17, Raleigh. This question is for the Jacques Curtis. Wanted to ask you if the game with the minutes from the players, looking at the roster, 36, 38, 29, 32, 37, a little more to your liking, and how you wanted them to play this time around. Is this more the game that Shaw's going to have moving forward?
Oh, definitely. You know, they know that they got to play about 37 minutes. They know that. And the only thing that changes that is, you know, foul trouble. And today, you know, Brittany got a little bit, but it wasn't early enough. But our game plan is 35-plus minutes. They know that. Every one of the teams know that. That's how we're going to win. If we can keep this group on the floor for that amount of minutes, I like our chances no matter who we're playing.
And if I could quickly follow up, I wanted to ask you about your bigs down low, especially Brittany and Jones, being able to finish like they were, helping out tonight, and how important it's going to be tomorrow to have that as well to pull off the W.
Oh, definitely. We're gonna have to play maybe even better, you know, tomorrow. I think they're gonna have their legs are gonna be here because they play more people than we play. They played at 12 o'clock. You know, definitely some bad blood between the two teams. I mean, that's gonna be a game. You know, they don't like us, we don't like them, but they didn't think we were gonna be here. You know, their coach said on television she was looking forward to a rematch of last year. Well, you're not getting a rematch. You're getting us.
Well said, Coach. Rob Knox covering this for the Westchester Daily Local, Lincoln's paper. Obviously, I remember you when Lincoln first came into the CIAA in 2008. I have two questions. One, what have you seen from Lincoln's growth as a program? Because like the last 5 years, they've been consistently in the semifinals and consistently one of the top teams in the conference. What has contributed to that factor? And then the second part of it, for tonight, you all only had 13 turnovers. Obviously, when you played them this year, you had one game with 20 turnovers. You had another with 19 turnovers. Why were the turnovers a little lower tonight for the team that you're doing anything different?
Yeah. One, Lincoln has had great growth. You know, coach has done a great job. Coach Mosley did a great job. You know, he started building the program, then she came and continued that. I'm not going to say took it to another level, but just kept it, you know, where it needed to be. You know, they're definitely one of the top 4 teams in this conference. Talent-wise, their talent might be the best collection of talent, you know. From a turnover standpoint, they knew, especially Rita as our point guard, we had to take care of the ball. If we turned the ball over, they were going to get out and get the tempo they wanted. You know, so that was big for us to only have 13 turnovers tonight, and I think that played keys to the game because we had 13, they had 23. And that's kind of a flip-flop from the 2 games that we played during the regular season, but they knew to advance that they had to take care of the ball.
Thanks,
all right.
Congrats on the win, everybody. This question is for Mackenzie. You were big down the stretch, but, you know, more importantly, you're back home. So could you talk about, you know, the opportunity playing the championship? You know, it's your last year going out, so I know you want to end on a high note, but talk about the opportunity to play probably in front of family and old teammates, etc., coming back home.
Like I said yesterday, it's just surreal. At my last school, my family wasn't able to make it to a lot of games, so me being here at home, everybody gets to come and watch this. It's just a great feeling, seeing my friends and family up in the stands.
Are there any more questions? And this will be our last question.
Why are we gonna cut it short?
Okay, I got a question for Tanasia and Brittany about the rebounding tonight. Seemed like that we were able to corral the boards on both ends. You know, a lot of times they got some second shots at times, but for the most part, we seem to hold them at bay rebounding. Can you just talk about that tonight? And it seemed like maybe the rebound kind of helped keep the tempo slow, just controlling the boards.
For the three of us, we just know we have to keep teams just to one shot only. So us three down low, especially because we're all big, just to rebound, making sure that we allow, again, teams at one shot. And on offensively, if we, if London or Nari misses the rebound, one of us, rebound and put it back up. So rebounding is just really important for our team.
Yeah, that's a big vocal point for us. I think that we're finding ourselves even long down the stretch fighting each other for the rebounds. Like as long as we're securing the ball, that's all we care about.
Okay, thank you.
Did you have a question up here? And I didn't.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the stats. You guys did a good job of turning them over, and you got 19 points off of those. Is that something that traditionally happens with you guys? This is the first time that I've seen you, so.
No, I mean, especially when playing against them because their guards are very, very good, and it's hard to turn them over. And I think that was the difference in the game. We were able to get them to turn the ball over more than normal, and for us to be able to score for that. And I think that was big on us not turning the ball over. But if you look at the first two games we played, that was not the case. We weren't able to turn them the ball over because their guards are pretty good. No problem. Well, hey, we'll be here all night. No problem. No, but I'm good. Oh, you act like you want to leave here now. Where do you think you're going?
Defensively, Lincoln rarely got a really quality look, in my opinion. I thought a lot of the shots went into duress with the shot clock winding down. They just had to throw some shots. What did you? I know you can't give out all the secrets.
No, you was paying attention, but go ahead.
Oh, I know my game now.
Okay.
But what were you? I know you can't give secrets as far as we played this defense, whatever. But it looked like you had really changed a lot of defenses. Obviously, is that something you did the first two meetings against them, or this is a tournament, so you probably had a wrinkle or two that maybe nobody's seen yet this year.
Oh, we made some. Oh yeah, we definitely made some changes, which I think paid dividends, for us tonight. And like I said, you definitely paid attention because we weren't trying to give them good looks. We wanted to get them deep in the shot clock and then try and make them take a bad shot, at the end. Our thing is 50 and below. We trying to not let nobody score 50 points. I think the first game, somebody scored 49. Yesterday, 45. Today, 45. That's our type of game. That's our tempo. So that we're trying to be who we are. We're not trying to let people get us, into the game that they want.
Yes, sir, and as that was our last question, this is the end of the press conference. Good luck and thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening. Welcome to the 2023 CIAA Postgame Press Conference. My name is Taisha Lindsay, your moderator for today. Joining us is head coach Janice Washington of Lincoln University. Number 0, Anissa Fields. Number 3, Jaleesa Lanier. Number 10, Kanayo Pollock. Number 30, Deasia Atkinson. Before we open up for questions, we'll have an open statement from head coach Janice Washington.
Good evening. This is Kenya Pollock. Just for everybody's pronunciation, it's Kenya. I think the thing that we talk about with regards to tournament time and playing teams the third time came to fruition, right? It's very, very difficult to beat a team 3 times in one season. You saw it with Bowie Elizabeth State, you saw it with Fayetteville State and Johnson C. Smith, and now you saw it today with us and Shaw. It's just very difficult to beat a team 3 times in one season. And so, complete kudos to Shaw, who did what Shaw does, which is sit back in a zone, wait for you to shoot it, and just dominate that defensive side of the glass to make sure that, you don't get a whole lot of second look opportunities or second chance points. But I thought that we turned the ball over a good amount, and we missed out on some opportunities. And even with the speed and pace we like to play at, we still got up more shots than them, in spite of having 30 or 25, 23 turnovers. And then, we got to the offensive glass and just weren't able to convert those shots.
Yes, ma'am. And now we'll open up for questions. Please state your media affiliation.
Hey, Coach. It's Rob. I'm wearing a different hat. Well,
yes,
not a different hat, but a different hat. But I'm writing this for the Westchester Daily Local.
Mm-hmm.
So my story, I don't necessarily want to focus on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the second year, a lot of great pieces to look forward to, and it's always hard to think about that in the moment right now. But when you step back and you look at this season, when you get a moment, what's going to make you smile the most? 1, about the season, and maybe 2, which you have continually building.
Honestly, I just feel like when I look back at the season, I would hope that my players understand my confidence in them, even when on the court it may not seem that way, in terms of like their confidence in shooting the ball or playing defense or things like that. And so it's my goal always to infuse confidence into these young people, not just as basketball players, but as people that are going to be going out into the real world soon and be able to leave Lincoln University as good stewards and go back and contribute into the various communities that they'll be going into. And so, that for me is the biggest thing. We spend enough time playing basketball that they'll become better basketball players. But I think just being able to look back and see the growth in so many of our young people. Deasia Atkinson has grown up so much as a young freshman, and, Maya Madison Walker, both of them have seen such tremendous growth this year, not just from a basketball standpoint, but just from a knowledge standpoint, understanding standpoint. And, Jaleesa has been kind of thrust into a leadership role as a sophomore. And so having essentially what's a young team on paper, not just on paper. You've got KP as our lone senior, but you've got, there's 2 sophomores and a freshman up here. And even with the rest of the group in the back, there are only two juniors in the group. And so there are so many faces that I appreciate seeing on a regular basis, and I'm very proud of them.
KP, when you look leaving here, what do you see with this program moving forward? Like when you come back maybe next year or 2 years from now, is this one of these programs? How hyped will you be to see them back at this point and winning more championships?
My name is Kenya Pollock first. No, you could call me KP, but she said Kenya Pollock, so yeah. These girls, they all have a piece of my heart, and I know they're going to do great things. Honestly speaking, I believe they'll win a chip. Without me, they don't need me. I was just like, this much of help. but they're great. They each have talent. They work hard. They put extra hours in. They do what they have to do. And not to mention they do great in school. So they're great people, and that's what comes first. With that being said, when I come back, I'll be of service however they need me to be, help out, whatever it is. But I know they have the skill, the talent, the effort. They have everything, all the pieces they need to be here again and not let this moment happen. They're going to win. I feel it. I know it.
Coach Chris Murray from the Baltimore Times, but I also do a radio show out of Philadelphia on WURD, so I'm kind of here. But my question to you with the team in terms of scoring and all that, it seems like the shots you missed were open, were right there. Mm-hmm. Was that a little bit frustrating for you guys, knowing that you're right there, but just couldn't get that run going?
Yeah, that's always frustrating when you get the stops that you're looking for. You're just right there. There were several points in time where we got it to about 6. And then we would, miss a layup or, miss a free throw or something like that. And it would be a little bit deflating to the girls. Like, you could see their frustrations starting to settle in as well. And so, yes, especially understanding the offensive arsenal that this group is. We've led the conference in scoring the majority of the season. However, you're not going to beat many people not getting to 50. And so, this, 3 for 23 at the 3-point line and things like that. I believe that we're a much better shooting team than this game showcased. And at the same time, you got to do the work. You've got to produce when this is the big show. You cannot let the moment be too big for you, because there are 10,000 people out there watching, waiting to see why you're the Northern Division champs, why you are the team to beat.
And I can't pronounce your first name, so I apologize.
Deasia.
Deasia, thank you. Question for Deasia. Your first not your first game, your second CIAA tournament game. What are some of the things that you learned just this week that you believe is going to make you hungry and continue to improve as a basketball player moving forward, just from this experience?
I think us working together as a team, I think we all need each other. It's a us thing. It's not an I. I think that for us to actually get where we need to be, we need to take this and learn from it. We don't need to hang our heads. It's just another lesson. We have days to get better. We all have days to get better. And like we said, we're a talented group of girls, all of us. And I think if we just have patience with each other, get to know each other a little bit more, we really can build something here as a family together. There will be many more to come for some of us, and we still have room to improve. We'll do the little things in practice, get where we need to be, but they definitely going to see us again, and we're going to come with our head held high, and we're going to get the next one.
And as that was our last question, this is the end of the press conference. Thank you.
Thank you.